Yeah, about that. Well, so much for that. We just had a nice power outage. That wasn't really planned.
Storm over there.
Well, I'm back. Apparently, my entire street just went dark.
Okay.
For 2 minutes, but now it's back. See, I don't have like a second PC to do the streaming for me, so yeah, you're gonna have to hit F5 so the 3 stream can go on.
Alright.
I hope not too much is gone off the save game, but honestly, we were just creating street food. So we can kinda skip over that, I guess. Well, that was absolutely not planned.
Alright.
I just saw, like, before the power outage, we had like 100 viewers.
Wow, now we only have 40. Oh, that's indeed,
Yeah, that's probably, I guess, less heartbeat.
It is what it is.
less heartbeat over like the entire talking. Imagine doing your first stream and it's like for 100 people. Yeah.
We can just hijack one of the bigger. Oh, we're not the biggest Anno stream anymore.
Nah. That's hard, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Let's see. When was the last save? 2038. Okay, that should be like 5 minutes before. I can bring up the game again on stream. There we go.
Alright.
But now at least if something like this happens again, you at least know why that is.
Yeah, and it's not that your computer was overheated or something.
No.
Because of your streaming, playing the game, so your processor is like, nope, not gonna handle that or something. No, it's all.
Yeah. No, it isn't.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Jack, what do you currently think will release first? Anno 117 or New Horizons? Well, Jack, I'm gonna throw Taube under the bus, like we say. Taube said that it will be released before Anno 117. That's just what I'm saying. Taube made the promise.
Nice, just got thrown under the bus. Super nice. Okay, yeah, the street food is gone. We're gonna be leaving all that aside. You saw that. We just don't have to do it again, I think. MrKoekie has like the he just predicted it. It's gonna release a day before 117.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it's gonna be. Okay. How much time is the monsoon still taking? 8 minutes. We can show around this guy then. During those 8 minutes. See, this is one of the reasons why that thing is gonna be compatible with military attention. I think this will be the hardest pirate base that was ever put into an Anno game. And I think that's saying something. It's definitely gonna be harder to defeat than Keto from 2070 as well. Yeah. So
I tested it and my ships were annihilated.
Huh?
the defenses are just so strong. So it's gonna be a challenge indeed.
It's gonna be evil.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is evil. This is Perforian Navarch, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. If you don't know what a Navarch is, it's basically the Greek name for admiral. And I chose Greek there because Perforian, it comes like from Greek per, which means fire. That's the whole naming. This guy, first of all, he has this castle down here. The towers over here, they are from Angkor Wat, if you know that, which is over somewhere in Asia. What wasn't that in Bangkok? I don't know. I have read too much on Asia. There's too much to remember. But yeah, it's from Angkor Wat, and those towers are basically put on a kit of third-party objects. Like these objects, Ubisoft uses them to build third-party islands, so we do as well. We just then put the tower on top, and what we also put here. I'm not gonna say what this is, but maybe chat has an idea about it. To give a hint, it is from a very successful movie that came out in like a few years ago, and the internet went kinda wild on a specific scene from this movie. So this is why that scene got up in the castle of the Perforians. But you're gonna have to guess which movie this is. Yeah, showing off. This is a gun. These are you're gonna hate those, especially when they shoot at your ships. We can.
Yeah, and I actually, well, maybe we can keep that a secret or something, but it's amazing. It's an amazing projectile. Let's leave it with that. It's an amazing projectile that gun is shooting.
We can bring over some guns and sails from the.
You want to spoil it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I want to. I want to.
Okay.
Do we have sails? We do. Do we have guns? 10 tons. Let's build more guns. Here. We're gonna bring over some guns and build a few junks.
Yes.
By the way, chat has figured it out. Yeah, it is Dune. It is the Sardaukar ritual, which the Perforians shamefully adapted. There's also another thing on that island I wanted to show you. It was really a random idea that we had in chat. If you played the 1701 campaign, you know what the Eye of the Dragon is. It's basically just an artifact that you're searching for, and in the end it ends up in the hands of the Chinese people. Because that was the 18th century, and the Chinese said, well, it wasn't super good, but it was pretty good back then. But this is the 19th century, and things are going to shit. So, well, the Eye of the Dragon that gave them prosperity and wealth and whatever, and just, yeah, well, good life. It's now in the hands of the Perforians. And they built their own shrine with that. And I think you might be able to spot what I did there. I just leave that running for a little bit, so you can have a nice look on it. But also, you've gonna figure that out yourselves, what's happening over here. Yeah, so if anyone has an idea, feel free to just come in our Discord and post it. But yeah, that's enough. I don't want to give you that much of a chance. But I think you will be able to figure it out. Yeah, he's also having some monitors going around here. Some Dakka flag, which is basically turning this island into a no-fly zone. So if your first impulse was, yeah, it's gonna be easy, I'm gonna fly in with my airship and just bomb the island. No, you don't. I can guarantee you that. But as we can see, the monsoon has ended.
Come in.
And we can go back to our island and start producing again. We can have farms that do something. As you see, the monsoon was 30 minutes, dry season was 60 minutes. So we have a 50% productivity multiplier up top of the thing. So it just evens out over time. And I think Lady Haha said that she didn't want to really play with seasons. Well, I can guarantee you, if you play with items, the only thing you do have to do is provide enough storage capacity and everything will just run fine.
And the mechanics are there to use them. You have the crop storage facilities, so
yes,
it's just a matter of adapting a little bit. It's not that complicated, actually.
Yes. It's not gonna turn things around on its head.
I can imagine it's a bit scary for people at the beginning, because they are like, oh no, I don't have the full control, but in the end it's just...
Well, you do have...
You can adapt really easily.
You do even have full control. That's the neat part.
Yeah.
Let us go for an island that has mulberries. Because we want to be producing silk. It wouldn't be an Asian region without producing silk, right? Meanwhile, while this ship is driving around... Oh my god, our production is abysmal. No, not New World. I want to be going here. There we are. Missing construction materials. Why do you need steel? That's not supposed to happen. You should be needing clay plaster. Come back. We have some steel in storage already. There. There it is. Now we go here again. Because actually I don't even need the cannons and sails to build junks that we can bravely attack this island with, let's put it this way. I also just need a ship that can do a trade route. So if you're lazy like me and don't want to be building ships in the old world the entire time, you can just build some junks in Eastern Atoll. If you have like cannons and some sails, easy. You just build some junks here. I think you should also be able to buy them from the Admiral, but that's currently bugged. So we're gonna fix that, but it's not a possibility for today. Let's go here. Bring up a few things. As you can see, we don't have any rice on that island, so producing sushi is off the table. We do have yume though. We have pepper and we have hemp. So maybe we could produce clothing. Is that a good idea? I guess it is. Let's just do this, this, and put on to hemp farms to get started. Just to get a few more population on the island, to get them satisfied, as well as building this for happiness so they don't riot like crazy, as well as this, so we get a continuous inflow of wood on the island. As well as, and that's the main reason we came here.
That is an astounding achievement indeed. We shall build a monument.
Our city was nice.
A dozen monuments.
People want to join us. Do we let them join?
This is also a new mechanic. Well, a mechanic that we already know from Hugo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that's adapted to the new region.
To do their very best around
here
must go.
It's basically Hugo Mercier all over again. But the twist is that it's not gonna be like your anarchy level that decides how many of them come to your city, but just how good your city is. So
Welcome.
we have content Gongren and content Norman, which is like minimum at least. The chance increases if you have products in storage. So we kind of got pretty lucky over there. Yeah, but they joined us and they gave us some durian fruits. And if you're wondering what the hell is that,
Come in.
those guys also have lifestyle needs. And one of this is durian fruits. You can't produce them, but if you get them, you can like feed them to your people. I don't know if you know what the durian fruit even is, because frankly, this is kind of an unknown dish, kind of an unknown fruit. Yeah, it's really smelly. Thank you, MrKoekie. The thing is, that fruit is only, like, it only grows in very, very specific parts of Asia. Certainly not in China, but for these reasons, we made it a trader good. And you can buy it at the Admiral. So he's selling, like, durian fruits because the Asian Empire has access to them. And, well, the people of the Empire, they like them, even though they are smelly.
Are you to be trusted?
I am to be trusted, stop doubting me.
So Creamy Me, yes, you can change the fertilities with the Institute, but I think in this particular save game, the Institute is not there yet.
Yes.
So we cannot show it off, but you will be able to change fertilities with the Institute.
Well, I just realized.
And will there be commuter peers? Is being asked by Anno fan. I don't think that's in it.
It is already.
Is it? Okay,
Yes,
then
it
I
even
did.
got a new graphic.
Oh, right. So I was wrong there. So you have commuter peers in the Atoll region.
I think you're gonna need them. Let's put on a fire station. And what we can do now, what we wanted to do right now, was we wanted to plant down a few silk farms. Yeah. Over here we need more wood, by the way. There we are. Still can't do that. How is our guns looking? Ah, that's not nice. That's not very nice. Let's just bring down the ship over here. So we can build one junk to show off. And then we're gonna gloriously attack the Perforhids with it.
What is it about?
They are for sure gonna defeat the island. I am pretty sure of that. Let's bring down a bit more wood so we can move up the silk farms over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it.
You already have some plaster for the...
Yeah, luckily I do.
Processing buildings.
Depends how much processing do we want on that island. I certainly don't want to build Gongren here. We can do the safflower as well. This is a new way to produce pigments from the New World Rising DLC. So you just have a farm that outputs pigments. If you want to invest all that space in Asia, you can do so. If you don't want to, that's fine, but then have fun mining it. How much do we need? We need 3, 1, 1.5. So it's 2, 6, and 3. What do we do? Let's do 4, 2, and maybe 2 of them. Not sure. But 2 of these is definitely enough. We do need more mulberries though. Let's be bringing more mulberries then. We have more wood, that's nice.
Did you upgrade your... oh no, you didn't. It's only 75.
Yes, it is. We can build some depots though. Same as in every region, you can just build those harbor depots. Come on.
But on your main island where you have like you have crop farms already there, so it doesn't really crop warehouses already.
Yeah, we need to upgrade the contour anyway though.
Yeah, right.
That's nice. Can we? No, we shouldn't. We definitely shouldn't. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring pigments and silk from over here. No, we can't do that. We're gonna be building... I think it was raw materials. Yes, gonna build that.
As you can see, Taube is clicking like a maniac and going through the menus like a real tester developer, wasting us not that much time just by going from one menu to another.
Yeah, I need to be arriving at the really interesting stuff before like our energy grid collapses again.
Wonderful. Your help has meant that the people in the city are now substantially better off than before.
Typical developer behavior, just clicking really quickly through every menu, almost automatic person. Because it's at some point when you develop something, some steps are just going so automatically.
Yeah, I've done that stuff hundreds of times, literally. Yeah. I think we do have enough for 2 of them. If we bring up workforce over on that island, like workforce conditions. So let's put up a police station over here. When we have the wood for it. And start producing conical heads. What do we need? We need silk fabric. This building is gonna be replaced. By the way, we are in the process of doing this. But this is still the old one. This is way back from 2020 or something. Let's build up this one. And I think we can... I think one is gonna be enough. And we're gonna build 2 of those. So now we are reaching the more expensive territory of factories. As you might see, this factory costs 300, this one costs 600. Yeah. Our income is gonna go down. Luckily though, we have enough investors to support it.
Plus also the amount of workforce.
Yeah, I see.
It's getting
our workforce is abysmal for Gongren. See, this one needs 80, this one needs 200.
The question, is the Perforian going to attack anyway, or can you smooth him with money and diplomacy?
He is, well, more of a passive pirate. If you start a new game, though, you are able to enable invasions where the Perforian is gonna attack your other sessions. So basically like in the campaign, like in the last chapter, where the Perforians just come in and just nuke everything. That's gonna happen, but on a way larger scale. So be prepared. You can set up a difficulty setting for this. If you choose the hardest invasion, please feel free to invite me to watch like your stream or your let's play on YouTube, because I definitely want to see how you beat that. That's the thing about balancing stuff. If you have something and you want to balance it easy, then you're really trying to keep it low. But if you want to try it and balance it hard, then you're just gonna go wild with the balancing. You just make it as hard as possible. People will find solutions, but the harsher you are with them, the better the solutions will become, like in general, which means this is exactly what we are doing.
I hear some challenge accepted in the chat, I think.
Oh my. Challenge accepted. Yeah, of course, of course. Okay. We do have really few clay plaster, I see. Give me a fourth one, I want to upgrade again.
Your ostensible
Yeah. Do we have a recipe that we can build like from in-session stuff? We do. We can have, if we build to soy sauce, we can produce nigiri sushi as our street food. Does that sound good?
You can also get some plaster from the traders, maybe, if you really need some.
Alright. Alright. You just witnessed Hier0nimus explain like my own mod to me because I forgot you can go to the traders.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that, definitely. Yeah, see, he's got like 800 tons of that shit lying around. Oh, by the way...
It's just only because I had the same problem earlier this week when I was preparing. And I was like, damn that plaster, and then I went to him and just bought a bunch of them to have too much. Because I just bought everything, and what you gonna do with 800 tons of plaster?
Building.
It's just too much.
What we see here is we have new items. Like a firefighter that reduces tea and sake consumption. We have a lot of customs duty at this guy. If you don't know customs duty, that's basically a mechanic from 1404. Where
I think it's interesting to elaborate on that, but because I think it's a mechanic not that many people actually use in the normal base game, but it's really interesting. You made it absolutely interesting with this expansion.
So, as you see, this guy occasionally sends one or the other ship in your direction, and he does passive trade. If you do this, for example, you buy passively, and every time a trade like this happens, if, and I say that if, you have customs duty enabled on the contour by, well, building a harbor master's office right next to it, socketing it there, we can try that out later on. You're gonna get a tax, and the tax is whatever you decide it is. So if you buy customs duty for cognac, you're gonna get a tax of cognac, and that's basically a free goods generator. The more you trade passively, the more you will be able to use the customs duty. And you can imagine if you have, like in the old world, a docklands with 11 item slots and 11 customs duties. That's one hell of an amount of goods you're gonna be getting from there. But you need to optimize your trade for it. So in an attempt to make you all trade, I added that mechanic back in.
It's an interesting thing to just get excessive goods out and just get something else in return. It's a really nice addition, in my opinion.
Let's go for more.
How are you?
Ah, well, this guy can go to the trader. And while we're at it and waiting, we can see that this trader also has, like, despite all the trader goods that he has here, he also has a lot of new items. He does have his koala bear, frog, a shark whale, a red panda that isn't really implemented yet, python. There's a few new zoo sets. I'm not gonna get too much into this because it isn't really done at this point. What he also has is a sun drying rack, a set of tea bags that you can socket in your town hall. He also has a few books.
So you can finish me off. Don't deny it. You and I are competing for the same thing as always.
Yeah. Some books, just like the book items, you can buy at Archie, but well, Asian versions. For example, Asian food and drink production gets 20% productivity and 10% maintenance cost. Tea workshop productivity, Komodo dragon, because of course you need one. And greetings to Wiesel, this one is for you. I got a near seal. Well, yeah, so much for the items on this guy. It isn't really complete yet, but there are many.
There are also a lot of different books, and I think other just normal items for farms, for the whole variety of buildings to boost or to buff.
And here you can see how an item looks if it isn't really done. We just have the name of him in black text, and but the item is already there, so we can see how people play with it. They are all made by Hier0nimus, by the way, and I find them super nice. Like especially paper, that's super useful. Now while we're at it, just get this one, get another 100 tons of this one. Let's also get stone blocks because we can, and get well, we don't need wood, but we do need this one.
Your goods will find their buyers on the world market.
Right. Our junk is almost finished.
The broken ships on the shore of Goodwill, I think Taube mentioned those were from a different Anno, I think. Am I correct?
Those ones. Well, they're kind of custom, but if you look correctly on the Steam shipyard, let's start building one. You see there's like a half-finished collier in there. And then we switch sessions back. You see they aren't really too different. One is just distorted and broken down. Yeah. This is the amount of things that you do. You just see what can I adapt into the thing that I want. Well, if you aren't doing a custom model, that is, like here, this is a junk. I made this completely from scratch, and JJE did the textures for it. It's basically just an Asian frigate. At this stage of the game, you shouldn't be really using frigates that much, but it's a ship that you can just use, and honestly I find it super cool to have a junk in there. What it does have is it has a permanent pirate flag, so we can just attack everyone if we want to. But that's really the only thing that it can do really well. It just has 2 item slots and a false flag as an effect and not as an item. But yeah, the rest is really a stock standard frigate, and despite for the looks and the fact that it's the only ship in the Eastern Atoll, I don't really see a reason to build it, honestly. That's the hassle of having like a sail ship in end game stage. But I think it looks super nice, so I'm gonna be building it anyway. And you see, it's mainly the Admiral running around with this thing. His fleet is just made up of junks, and yeah, that's basically just what he has driving around. Going on, we do have conical heads already.
Greetings.
We can upgrade a little bit more. So finally we have enough Gongren to do anything basically. This guy is at 97, this one guy is at 99.
Where you get the character voices from? Well, I think Taube took most of them from existing Anno games, other Anno games.
All of them.
And all of them, well, yeah. And as far as I remember, what you already explained to me previously was that it was really interesting to fit them in, because you have certain voice lines and you can just create new ones. Well, maybe not yet or not at all. So it was really interesting to see what you have and to fit them into what you need. Is that correct?
Yeah. I can go around a bit what we took from where. Goodwill is like the trader from 2205. That's basically all he does.
And sell high.
Yeah,
that's the rule.
he just has trader voice lines. This guy is Thor Strindberg from 2070, which I mainly just saw. I chose that guy because the hate that he is in his voice. Wait, I gotta put my game to German for a minute, because the English synchro isn't really that good for him. But the German, the German voice lines are well, you hear that German is a very harsh language. Let's put it this way. Where we at? There we at. Now, if you would please say something. Yeah. May I? He's probably gonna say something. You see, that's show-off effect. What's happening behind the scenes is that each voice line has like a cooldown, and apparently every voice line is just on cooldown right now.
But we take your word for it.
I swear, as soon as I go back to English, this will go. The way we can check is...
Spart euch eure scheinheilige Entrüstung.
German works definitely. Because, like, the houses don't have cooldown. But these guys do. Come on. Say something.
Import und Export sind.
This guy is just...
Noch ist Zeit, sich zu ergeben.
Maybe switch over to the Beforians.
There he was. I can switch this. Their German synchro isn't that good as well. But I think the island is also not on cooldown. Is it? Well, it is. My stream paused when you showed the junk. Can you please see it again? Of course, my dear. We can. This is how it looks like.
Schiff vom Stapel gelaufen.
Zoom it in a little bit more. That's how it looks.
Any chance there will be more Asian style ships added in the future, or will the junk be the only ship?
Never say never. But
exactly.
I can't confirm anything. I haven't heard the hate from Strindberg yet. That's super unsatisfying, honestly. Can we do it by...
So the new items, there will also be new items for other regions, and some items will even be you will be able to use in the Asian region and in other regions, because some are like for global things like global production or something. So there is a variety of new items that can be used for multiple things.
Yeah, right. Our ship is there. Our ship is there with the clay plaster. Fill up our storage as much as you can. Here we go. Did I mention we didn't need wood? Well, we do. We definitely... See, that's the thing. We have 75 tons of storage right now. For basically anything. But as we have those crop warehouses over here, you see that we suddenly have like 375 for peppercorns, which is really a lot. How much do we need? 11 minutes. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt. Let's build another chain of tea. We need to expand real quick before the next monsoon kicks in. That's gonna be kind of a blast. Our economy will be hit bad from this monsoon. Like we managed to do the first one well, but the second one is honestly be a dumpster fire. Because we just talked and showed off all these nice things.
And I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna leave you do things in those 8 minutes before we get distracted again by the question of
okay.
Commander Jack if there are that he wants a big cargo ship, and I was like, well, about that topic, but
yeah, no, go on. That's nice. I want to hear too.
Well, there is one actually, a new cargo ship, but it's in the old world, and we're in Asia, making sure everything is prepared for the monsoon season. So
I guess we can build that new ship in the old world then, when the monsoon kicks in. How far can you go? This is still enough, but we need to upgrade this one. How is production going? Is it enough for... Jimba isn't enough. Durian fruits are, well, they are unlocked, but we only get them through trade. We definitely need more of those clothes. So let's put them down here. Let's put down hem 1, hem 2. Pull a street down. And because we have fairly high building density over here, let's put up a fire station. And for those few minutes, we are gonna become a game studio in the release week. No, this not. We need this one, and we need this one. Crunch time, boys. It's gonna be fun. There we are. Oh, we added. Oh, by the way, we have reached 500 Gongrens, so the next good is already down the line. We can try to produce some. Should we go up here? We should go up here. We're gonna build a soy farm now.
As you all can see, we are only scratching the content, and we are already after 9. So
yeah, it's already 2.5 hours.
You can imagine the amount of content is like, we're not gonna be able to cover everything today. I think that's safe to say.
Should we tell them that there is like a whole tier in the old world as well?
We could.
I mean, we could, but we're not going to today, right?
Right.
Okay. So, what do we need? We need flour from the old world now, which is the thing that we're gonna be doing during the monsoon season. But for now, we are going to go produce this honey and soy, and we're also gonna produce a lot of those because monsoon is coming up and we want to fill our storage as much as we can. We still have... Okay, well, that's not gonna happen. But still, rated E for effort.
So for the special lifestyle products for the Asian people that you have to buy, are they profitable when giving to your population, or is it more to crank out some more workers? Well, I guess the lifestyle needs are always to get more people. So in this case, making sure the density is optimized per house, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they give pretty good money, 10 in this case. Like we got some literature, and we can just supply that for now. So well, while we have that, let's make some money out of it. Cigars, not good. Herbs, not good. Street food is gonna be good when we eventually arrive at this point. Right. So what there's gonna be is 30, so we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Everything is just gonna be 2. Okay. 2 times soy sauce over here, and we gonna have roaster kitchen. But not today because, well, you know. What are we gonna do? We are going to build one of the new ships, which is the bulk freighter. I'm just gonna be giving just gonna tell the shipyard to build it. So yeah, we're gonna see it in a few minutes how this thing looks like. Yeah. We are gonna need the bulk freighter because we are gonna produce some amounts of flour that we have to ship to Asia. Yeah, it would be nice to just have a ship that can do this really well. So, floor is done. Well, we added... Come on, let's just repeat the street food that we did. Let's build a warehouse and potatoes. And not schnapps, but just add a slot of potatoes to that route later on. Okay, that's good. Maybe another one. And I think that's it. I noticed some of the products you can buy had a pretty big price tag on them, like the Jade Dragon statue, it was like... Well, yeah, they are expensive. That's just how things are with them. You gotta need to, like, invest some money if you want to get the residents from them. But it's by no means this is the most expensive goods. Like, we see it already here because we have Asia already unlocked this way. But those things are gonna be pretty expensive. I think there's a product even that has a price tag of like 15,000 or something. Stromtierchen asks, how big in gigabytes is New Horizons right now? Do you want the shocking answer, or do you want like the real answer? So,
let me check my folder.
you know, let's give both answers. So, just the yes.
Oh, that's nice to see.
Just the mod itself that you built. Well, that you will gonna be download is it's gonna be download of I think 4 gigabytes.
Well, it's 404 at the moment.
404. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, the version where the project files are that I have installed right now is I think 70 gigabytes large. So yeah. Fidoplay asks, oh, by the way, I recognize that name. Is it available in Spanish language? CC. When we are coming around to translating it, of course. Like, at the moment, it's all auto-translated, but... Speaking of language, we can try to get another hateful message.
Alle Systeme in Schuss, die Mannschaft auf Zack. So muss das sein.
Yeah, that's the guy I know. That's the guy I know. Let's go back to English audio. I think his English synchronization is pretty boring. Well, that's just how things are. But in return, you have Liang Wu that we chose from 1701.
What is it about?
He has this wonderful Asian accent. If you have the German synchronization, it's just well, he speaks like a normal person. That's not cool. I like the English. I like the accent that he has in the English synchro.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Oh, we have something unlocked. We have the bathhouse.
Drum roll, please.
Yes, drum roll. We're gonna be moving this out for now.
And of course, your signature move. Making sure it's not fitting anywhere in a normal shaped city.
It would
For
be
people
boring.
who don't know Taube too much yet, it's like Taube's most amazing thing to do, making buildings that are not that easily fit into certain layouts.
Yeah. This thing is 7 by 5. You can just demolish some houses and make that fit, but you see how well that goes. This thing is 8 by 8. And I wish you great luck with fitting it into your city.
You just want to make everybody a beauty builder by having some spaces where we have to put some ornaments in, right?
No, I want
That's
people
just
to
your
think.
end goal.
I want people to think. I want them to be either the efficiency builder or the beauty builder. If you are a beauty builder, you should be able to put ornaments in there. If you aren't, then you should think about efficiency, and an 8 by 8 building in a, well, 6 wide rester is kind of a huge pain, to be honest. But
look
yeah.
at that Bathhouse.
Look at this, chat. Look at this.
So, let's put on our swimming shorts.
Well, not in the monsoon, to be honest. Well, we
Well,
thought about having the bathhouse deactivate during monsoon, but that will be really shit design, so it just stays that way. I love it. I absolutely love it. What we need to do right now is make sure that this looks nice. Should we have like some trees before? Or what should we do here? I think we can. Maybe. Let's put some lamps, some dragons over here.
So is that like an introduction to the ornaments, or during monsoon?
Maybe. Commander Jack is already writing that he's curious about the ornamentals. By the way, we also have paved roads over here. So let's put down some paved roads. We also, like, aside from that one street food stand that I still wanted to build, was it that corner? No, it was over here, but we can have nigori sushi also over here.
Yes, those are cherry blossom trees you can decorate with. So the menu you saw that Taube quickly entered was the ornament menu, which we maybe will be showing off later in the stream a bit more.
Yes,
but
we will be.
yes, those are cherry blossom trees.
Yes.
Will New Horizons be available in game? So in the mod chapter in Anno 1800 itself? You mean in a mod browser? You mean? I think that's the end goal. Yes, but it will not be tomorrow. It will be when everything is finished. So do not expect it to pop up in the mod browser soon. It's still gonna be some time, but it will be in a mod browser. Yes.
Yeah. Also, speaking of like getting this thing into the mod browser was, well, still is super challenging. There are a lot of technical things that need to still be addressed, so this thing even works in the mod browser. But to be honest, it was also kind of fun for Ubisoft to just get things to work. It was perhaps one of the best test beds they could have asked for, because basically I just did anything you can possibly dream of in a mod. Like audio, we did new sessions, we did ambient settings, which are by the way, the last remaining problem. So maybe, well, I calling now in the next patch notes you're gonna see, yeah, we improved an issue with loading ambient settings from the mod folder. That's gonna be in the patch notes for next update, I guess.
Is New Horizons able to name incompatible mods via iMod your Anno?
Well, yeah, probably it will be. Oh, we have Jakob. I'll say hi to Jakob, aka Super Hier0nimus.
Once you start talking about Ubisoft, Jakob pops up.
Right. Yeah, right. I think it's pretty much an open secret. I think he has listed like that on Anno vs. Will, right? We can talk about
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
For those of you that don't know, Jakob, aka Super Hier0nimus, is he's an employee at Ubisoft. He's currently working on Anno. Yeah, kind of step on the way for him was Anno modding. I mean, he still does that, and the way, well, he doesn't do any modding that's related to Ubisoft per se, but when he comes home from work, he's doing mods for Anno, and if he is at work, then he's doing Anno for work, and he's getting paid for it.
Spare your hypocrite.
I mean, that's one hell of a life, to be honest. Okay.
I don't trust you.
Oh, Gongren settlement, by the way, is going up really
What do
hard.
they still need?
I
Our
need
lovely
wood.
people.
I need wood. A lot of it, in fact.
I think you can also buy it. Not sure, but I think you can.
Imagine going to investors. The thing you are worried about is where does the wood come from.
Did we already upgrade our contour, or didn't we?
We did.
Maybe that's the first step to do, to make sure we can get some more.
There are ruins in my cities. Oh my god. They all fell ill. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I saw bulk freighter ready yet. Is it? It is nearing completion, that's nice. 10 seconds. Oh my god, I timed that perfectly.
All part of the plan.
This is the other new ship. The bulk freighter, which is perhaps the highest cargo capacity that you can go to in the game. And as you can see, it's pretty large. It's a very slow moving ship, which is meant for those routes where you just transport one type of good in huge quantities. So talking coffee, we talk about sugarcane, and perhaps a few others that are gonna be joining that. Like maybe tea will be one of those goods because you will be needing a lot of it. Well, what this thing can do, we will just assign it to a trade route now. From here to Eastern Atoll, to here. Let's load up flour maybe. Can we? Yes, we can. And we also can load up potatoes. And I think bell pepper is also a possibility, but we're not gonna do the full 200. We are gonna do like 40 or something. We're not gonna need that many. And you see, that's already full. In terms of ship size, yeah, I think it's even a bit longer than the Great Eastern, but in terms of cargo capacity, it has 3 times 200 tons, as you see. And yeah. So much for that. It has a little bit increased open sea travel speed, but what you see is the loading speed of it is 200%, so it's really fast at those piers. That's just necessary because of the huge cargo capacity. You're not gonna be dealing with as huge trade times at piers as you did with other ships. Good, while we're at it, we need to be building another bell pepper farm over here to be able to supply street food over in the other world. But I think that's already it, and that's already pretty fine.
You don't deserve my...
While we are at it, do we have a feldspar mine? We do. That's nice. We don't need to expand. So what we can do now is we are gonna be producing porcelain, the one that we built the very, very nice model for, which is just gonna take a feldspar mine. It's gonna take a Chaolan pit, which is basically a glorified clay deposit. Let's call it that. Thing is though, it needs Gongren workforce, so yeah. I think we should just go for a commuter pier on this. This comes built in because you're gonna need it. So we're gonna worry about this when we have enough Gongren. Can we help ourselves with some luxury goods over here? We already have like literature. How much do we still
Maybe we
have?
could use the junk to buy some goods from the from Wu.
That's a
just to
great
cover,
idea, yes.
Just to cover some basic things.
Yeah, just cheat us the unlock of the commuter pier, and then everything is gonna be fine.
We have 14.7k income balance, so we can spare some money.
Ah, he's attackable through pirate flag right now. That's not supposed to happen. Sculptures, I need 20 tons, and I don't need to go away. I need to go away.
So far for my ID.
That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, see, preview version. That's the reason why.
I think Goodwill also sells boats, no? Maybe
No.
he has a more
Nobody.
basic...
Nobody sells
nobody's
boats.
like, okay. Or use the cargo ship, or send another cargo ship over there. Because it's not gonna work if you want to do it in a sustainable way.
Probably not. Probably not. How long do we still have on the monsoon? 5 minutes, that's nice. Come down, come down. We need it.
So somebody asks if there is a possibility to send a donation to the team for the great work.
Currently not. Maybe we'll set up a donation button when the mod is out.
Please remove yourself.
No, I'm not gonna remove myself. I'm remove the lock on this one. I want the Gongren. There we are, there we are. By the way, now that this is inside our city,
As you know, the sanctuary
let's
roofs
rebuild
were
the
once
ruin.
covered with pure
Let's
gold,
rebuild the ruin.
and so shall they be again.
We need
Hell,
clay plaster,
what are you
bricks,
waiting for?
and timber, which means we
The
need
foundations.
we need to bring bricks over here.
So the sanctuary is basically a monument type,
Yes.
where you provide some goods in different stages, like we have the World Fair, like we have the Research Institute. And maybe we can go already a little bit in what the end result will be, or we wait until it's finished, but I'm not sure it will be finished because I think we missed some goods.
We have bricks.
Actually,
what we do need
but
though
yeah,
is
in the second stage you need a lot of gold bars, and I'm not sure we will be able to get them.
I think we will be able to get them. The problem here is that sugarcane is currently blocking them. We need to go this way and maybe this way, and so we can maybe get a street alongside here.
So at the moment there is... The sanctuaries are kind of a monument, but we are still looking into, yeah, monuments and how we want to handle them in Asia, in the Asian region. But at the moment the sanctuary is kind of the monument that is available.
Yes.
But
Thing is,
as you can imagine, Asian architecture is like an amazing thing to dive into and to delve into. So we have, of course, more ideas than we have time, and monuments are, of course, one of those things that could potentially be a huge thing we can invest a lot of time in.
right. Problem will actually be, well, you can think about everything you want, but then you gotta realize everything you want is like proprietary building, where you be gonna need well, a lot of time to just create it. I mean, we showed you the process at the beginning of the stream,
Where
how
have
all of
those
this
bricks got
well
to?
basically worked. It's super time consuming to do, so any monument that we do must be worth it, let's put it that way. So it's better to have like 5 monuments that are absolutely super cool than have like 10 that aren't. And of course the great thing will be that I mean, this is the mod, but you can create basically an add-on mod for a mod where people can just add their own monuments to the region. I think this is something that's gonna just happen over time, and yeah, it's gonna be one hell of... I'm gonna be very looking forward to what you guys come up with in that regard. Well, if you do, but
Please
I think people
remove
just
yourself.
will do that. Because I know the community and I know they are goddamn crazy. And they will definitely be doing that. So, what do we need? We need some quartz sand for porcelain, which we need to import. So, yeah, just go... Here are the glasses. here is sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets
So
everywhere.
you're not a fan of the sea
No,
or the beach?
I just don't like sand. We need another. Do we need another ship? We do.
So the question is being asked if there is another way to support further development apart from donations. Is there another way people can support us?
I mean, if you're a 3D artist, then yes, just get in touch with us, and we can just set you up with things to do. If you want to invest the time, then sure. Otherwise, well, any modding effort might also do. For example, we have recently Drakkam joined the team. At first, just to get a few fixes done during the current testing session, but with the perspective on maybe doing more in the future, who knows? And yeah, so well, the people that support this thing are basically the people that are developing it.
And if you can't develop, just be patient, I would say.
Yes, and
it'll be ready when it's ready.
Honestly, even though so many people have just been, well, listeners, they've been very active receivers of that mod. So the amount of love that we've gotten, like, for Reddit posts and stuff, it's really, really baffling. And I want to thank you all for that.
Yep.
It's so nice if you just post the thing you've been working on in, like, your room alone, and you post that to Reddit, and then what you get is, oh my god, that's so super nice to see, I love it. That's something, man. That's really something.
We all want the appreciation, right?
Yeah, it's nice to just receive all these compliments for it. It's something that just kept motivation high over all that time, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think, and it's no secret, I will just speak for myself, that modding is like a journey, and it has its heights and its lows, and sometimes you just don't mod for weeks or even months, and then you pick it up again and you find that drive again to start modding again, and yeah, that's how I feel about it, because we're not modding like 24/7, weeks after weeks. There are periods, let's be honest. Sometimes we are that crazy. But,
not anymore, sadly. But yeah. During COVID, man, there were some periods where we modded like absolutely got them crazy. By the way, we have enough material to build a commute up here. So we're gonna do exactly that. And by the way, we must upgrade our contour now. Otherwise, I'm going insane. Can we actually do that? I think we can. Now we just need wait for 20 tons of clay plaster, and then it should be okay. Should be okay. During that, you know what? We'll also just send you back to Goodwill and buy all the clay plaster that he has. Note to self, we might need to look into clay plaster production times again. If you only have 2 clay deposits on your island, it's, well, not the nicest thing to play with. What we can do is...
I just bought it from Goodwill.
Yeah. By the way, those can go back to normal.
Isn't it the same with steel beams? It also feels like really slow in the beginning, and once you have enough and you have built up everything, you have plenty of it. I feel it's like the same. Because steel beams you also buy from Archie at some point, because it's too expensive in the beginning. Well, that's how I experience it, at least.
Yeah, it kinda is. Construction material in 1800 isn't really the biggest strength. I mean, if we were to emulate the slowness of vanilla, then I probably think that we did a good job. Give me 200. That's nice. And then go over here and bring that back. Yeah, what we have over here is a big collection of production chains that we aren't gonna be building today. Is it just me, or does the icon for the duck farm look like a seagull? No, that's not just you, that's because it is a seagull. There wasn't a duck in 1800, and when this production chain was designed, we were basically living off leftovers that were like in the game files. So what you might see is we have sushi, which is just from 2205, rice the same, algae the same, sturgeon is also from 2205, so we really just had to work with what was there. Finished artwork, finished icons from actual artists. Yumeshu, I think, is a picture from Wikipedia with Creative Commons license that I edited in GIMP, and it really turned out really nice. What we ended up doing, like in 2022 and 2023, back when Stable Diffusion and Dolly and all those nice new image generators came out, we started AI generating them. So Roast Duck, for example, that's AI generated. Doesn't really look like it, but it is. By the way, we can...
And another amazing example of that are the recipe backgrounds. I love them. Really, you really did a really good job with that. From
yeah.
And I know you are kind of not completely liking it, but I think they are amazing. Chat, what do you think?
I think AI art is always a little bit soulless. And I guess because I generated them and I had to like rate them and whether they were good enough, I know where those icons might have their like weaknesses. I think tofu is pretty nice, noodles are pretty nice. This one also okay-ish. Well, okay-ish. We can go into the street food in a minute. But yeah, I mean, you see... let's put it this way. I have preferred to have these done by an actual artist. But first of all, we don't have any 2D artists on the team. Second of all, it takes a huge amount of time. Third of all, if I'm not gonna say, well, I'm gonna do a donation button and please donate everyone, I don't have the money to pay for someone to do them. So, well, we have to work with what is there, and since we don't have a 2D artist, we just use, well, AI generation. It's okay because, like, recipe images aren't the things that you're gonna be looking at most of the time. You're gonna be just going through like this and then closing it again. And because nobody is paying a closer look, it's okay to just have them AI generated because people won't really notice, I feel. We tried to put our time into designing the recipes and buildings for it, not into the artwork. The artwork is just done on top of things. What I used was Stable Diffusion with, I think, an Asian a model that specializes like in Asian abstract art a little bit. And once I had a prompt, I basically just repeated the prompt for everything, hit enter and generated them. Well, for those that don't know, I'm actually a musician and I practice a lot. Well, I'm sitting with my instrument in front of my PC and I'm just hitting generate, and every time the generation result is not good enough, I just hit skip, 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 and it's a lot of skips, and that's how I got my practice sessions while I did modding. That was pretty nice. I need a new project for AI generation because after that stop, my practice times really did decrease. Yeah, talking out of the box over here. But yeah, this is how we ended up doing the street food icons and basically anything.
They just fit in the complete atmosphere, I think. Are they perfect? Well, in my opinion, they are within the atmosphere of the street food thing, I think.
It's nice. It's certainly nice. It's certainly nice. We need more tea. That's not good because I don't have enough tea. We need another warehouse also. Put up this and put up a last tea farm next to it. I think that should be enough. By the way, what you can do here is you can not only produce like roast duck, which is the meat that your people are gonna need. You can also produce noodles or tofu, which is a good that is exclusively for street food. So there might be recipes that just need those kitchens, or in that case, yeah, right, that's a kitchen. The other thing was the cookhouse. You just need to, well, produce in the kitchens the tofu and the noodles, and then you can make like the hand-pulled beef noodles, for example. So we filled up the kitchens a little bit. And I think as a third thing, yeah, there's soy sauce in the cookhouse as well. That's the third thing that's coming up. So in the both kitchen and cookhouse both have 3 recipes. In that case, it's sushi, soy sauce, and caviar. And caviar is needed for the old world. But are we gonna come to that? I don't think we will. I don't think we will today. There's just too much to show. Instead, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding Chaolan to that route over here. We are going to add the commuter pier to this island because our ship with the clay blaster has arrived now.
The Chaolan doesn't have a warehouse.
Right, it doesn't. Thank you. Let's do 2. Let's do 1. By the way, our junk is hurt. Should we get rid of it?
It's already damaged, so
yeah, it's gonna be a brave attack. Let's go and attack that thing.
Which is also an interesting thing. You removed the automatic auto healing of ships.
Right, that's not there yet for the proprietary ship, the ships that are added through the mod. Like military attention, there's a new ship part that came out recently for this. That ship part was kind of part of New Horizons, but not quite. The stem of it was. Ideas like no self-repair for ships, but instead having a repair ship, that's from New Horizons, right? And
yep.
A while ago, Hier0nimus then asked me, well, I'm gonna do a military attention mod with all those ships, and should we merge those projects together? And I was like, yeah, sure, because honestly, it didn't fit the scope of New Horizons anymore. Like when this started, this was kind of a huge overhaul mod for the entire game, but now it's more specifically defined to be an Asian session and everything that comes with it. So ships like the bulk freighter and the junk state, but ships like the torpedo boat and the light cruiser didn't. I think they fit military attention much better. So,
a big thank you for that, by the way, because those ships are totally different than what I would ever come up with, because I just reused existing ships, but the ships you provided are completely new ships, so they were a nice addition.
Yeah, I think it was about time that they release, so... I mean, you can already play parts of New Horizons.
Technically, yes.
Technically you can. Well, let's go for this. And this, and I see we don't have tea, we don't have anything. Do we have enough tea? I want to have enough tea already. Sushi is okay. Sake isn't okay. This one isn't okay.
Street food for the sushi needs normal fish. I don't know if you noticed yet. Yeah, I think that's intentional. Just to have the normal fish as an input for a recipe of the street food stand. That's intentional, because then you have to import it compared to using the the sushi, or better, the fish that is already in the Asia region.
Yeah, where's
So
the
that's,
fun in
in
not
that.
having an import? By the
Otherwise,
way-
it's like the normal sushi that use sturgeon.
I knew I forgot something. Let's add this to the trade route.
Oh, right,
Okay.
because there is no there. Right, yeah. There's no. It's not transported to the Asian region yet. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right, it isn't. This is mainly logistics in terms of the amount of different goods that you need to. Oh, we don't need that. We want this. No, we don't want that. This isn't even the right route. This is also not the right route. This is. We need fish as well.
But you can't add it on the bulk freighter.
Well, you can add it, but it's not gonna get transferred. We missed that. That's that's what happened to our junk. RIP.
Oh.
So much
Okay,
for that
time
idea.
to make another one.
Yeah, time to make another one, right?
Or just make a ship in the old world and just bring it over.
You know what?
Just make a gunboat or something in the old world. Or use a cargo ship, yeah.
There is still time to surrender.
Just use the cargo ship. Honestly, pretty tempting. We don't have guns on that. It's pretty not cool. Do we have MS Taub over here? Yes, we do. We should also have. Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for. Some guns, finally. Let's go put up a little fleet next time.
Please remove yourself.
No, I'm not gonna remove myself.
Please remove yourself. Please remove yourself.
Heads are okay. Roast duck are okay. This guy is probably just he's just mad. So, do we have enough natural stone? We do. Should we? Like show off the garden real quick? For the next half an hour?
Yeah, fine by me. I think we covered almost everything. There is still a lot
No,
we didn't cover in the Asian region yet.
We didn't. We while we are building ships.
I was just thinking about festivals, for example, but because we didn't make our people too happy, we didn't encounter festivals, and there are some other things that we just didn't bump into.
I think we can go for porcelain. By the way, these are our new kilns in action. We showed them, but here they are. I think we can. Do we have? We do have quartz sand already, and we should have Chaolan. Yeah, we can just start producing right away. That's nice. What do we need to do? We need to.
Please remove yourself.
No, I'm still not gonna remove myself. We need to bring that over, that over. Those two can go over here. That was pretty dumb. That was also pretty dumb. Let's go build. Let's go grab those, bring them over here. And now we can have those go here, those go over here. Doesn't look particularly good, but the good looking part is coming up right now. We have another public building, which is this thing. And as you might see, the range on this isn't the best, to put it mildly. Reason being is that this is not the public building. This is just the entrance to the public building. This is an Asian garden. And what we can do is we can have walls around here. Let's do it like that. And maybe have a little gate over here and fill it up with walls, and maybe have a wall over here. Use that as a gate over here. Bring in more walls. Just make a few compartments, honestly. That should be really good. What can we do? We could just bring out this canal over here. I think they look pretty nice. And now what we can do is we can have little garden. Maybe that way and that way. Let's rotate this a little bit. What can we do? Let's put in a little bit of gravel over here. I think that's nice. We can go with a chessboard and just go around with a chessboard, honestly. We can start beauty building. Like for real. Real beauty building. You are able to design your own garden the way you want. And you see with a higher number of ornaments, your range goes up. It's just like the beach. Which means you're basically invited to design whatever. And what you get is a set with architecture, which has this paved ground. You have a set that has gravel ground, which is the chessboard or, well, gravel without a chessboard on it. And you also have a grass set. So yeah, let's build up a garden real quick. Maybe like this, and then we can put up another gate. And we can fill up this gravel compartment here. Maybe with some rocks. No, this isn't the rake set. We can... Here, those are the rake ones. Maybe like this. I think that looks fine. What can we also do? We have an unraked set. Where we have a sculpture. Another sculpture. And freely draggable patterns. That we can just go around with and freely draw on the floor. And we can also have that path over here that just adapts to the raked path, so you can have a clean transition between raked and unraked gravel. These are the two gravel sets. I think they look really, really nice. I'm really happy with how they turned out. To put it in end, we also have those two things, Union logo and a yin yang. Just some sculptures in the gravel. Moving on, we have an architecture set. Let's go for a pagoda. Maybe some trees. We have bonsai trees, a ginkgo tree, maybe a sakura. And maybe this one a little bit. We also have some statues or lamps. Let's put it to... Let's keep it at trees here. I think that's nice. Let's go. Let's just build everything with pavement. And I think over here should be a good place to start with another compartment. This should be a nature compartment, I think.
And you are now quickly clicking through everything really fast, but I can imagine beauty builders spending hours and hours just taking all those amazing ornaments and just create amazing gardens with those things, because
I hope so.
I think you did an amazing job together with everybody that has been working on those ornaments and all those elements, because honestly I saw a lot of things passing by of those of this work, but I only recently dove into it, and I was absolutely blown away by the amount of small things that were created and all making such, yeah, it's really, I'm blown away by the garden. Really, it's just so many amazing ornaments that are made from scratch or taken from one thing, put into the menu to, yeah, it's really, I think people will have a lot of fun with those. A lot of fun.
I think Lion and JJE really had a lot of fun creating all this. We basically had an entire palette of things that we wanted to have, and they said yes, 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 I want to do every single thing. Yes, those are lucky Nico cat statues. Yes. There's also a Mandarin statue that you can build. A small dragon. A Buddha statue, if you're into that. I know that's not what goes there. I mean, there's also a large one, but, well, it's there. If you don't want one, don't build it. There's also this little walkway over here, which we can use. Should we use it again? I don't think so. That doesn't look good. But we can also use lamps for this. And just fill up with paving. Is there a very large dragon statue? You mean like the one from the cosmetic DLC? No, currently there is not. I think this is like the largest it gets for now. Maybe we can have another one. But rest assured, we will gonna be uploading resources like that paving ground, so you can make your own. It would be really dumb to not support people who want to do additional ornaments for the garden. Because, well, the more you have, the better. Okay, that's gravel and architecture set. Should we go for nature? You see, there's a lot of copy pasta from vanilla. Let's go like this. But we also did our own trees. This is just the same as the set we have over here, but this time with a grass ground. So yeah, just putting up a few things here and there really quick. And then you can go like this, and voila, you do have a garden. And now we see that our garden is reaching almost every gongren that we have, which is very nice. And what you'll also be pleased to hear is if you now build another one of those gates, they will have the same range. So we don't want to like restrict you to ornaments having to be in a certain radius around the thing. No, that's not gonna happen. You just need, it's just island wide. The more garden ornaments you have on the island, the more range your garden gateways are gonna get.
I'm just quiet because I'm blown away, by the way.
It's so nice to just see it.
Yeah.
In action. Really come together.
Yes.
So you see now they are pretty happy, I guess. They just like Sake and Umishu. But maybe they can start a festival, but oh no, they can't because Nomen aren't.
One day, I will avenge your foul deeds.
Newspaper isn't really good. Luxury isn't really good. So you can make a large garden and then use smaller gardens that will have the same radius, so you don't have to build massive gardens everywhere. Yes, exactly. The reason for this is you should be able, or well, if you're going for efficiency, and that's a really nice thing. If you're going for efficiency, you need to find the perfect balance between ornaments and distributing like garden entrances across the island. And it's not just having a lot of ornaments to build, it's also how you spread out the gardens across the island. So basically it's a public service building with a dynamic range. That the bigger you build it on the island, the more range it's gotta have. But is it really efficient to bring up range when a second one of them would be more efficient indeed? So yeah, that's a nice challenge, and that was what I meant when I told you that Wiesel was finally beauty building. I mean, not that he would have built something beautiful with that ornament, it was just all ornaments in like corners or in free parts of a layout, but he used ornaments, and that's something I honestly never imagined would happen, but I guess I did it. I did it. Okay. Man, we are 20 past 10. It's already so late. How long have we been streaming?
I think from 7, so, and with a small hiccup,
The
but
foundations can't be completed
Yeah.
without bricks.
over
Is
3
that
hours.
really so difficult to
Oh
grasp?
my. By the way,
I find
we
it
have
hard to believe
the
that they will.
sanctuary and restoration phase. So, do we have... We don't have gold bars. I don't think we're gonna see a sanctuary completed today.
Their walls are built. At last, we have a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, that's nice.
But there is still work to be done before the sanctuary is complete.
Okay. About this guy, the sanctuary, what it's gonna be doing when it's done, it's just gonna give a flat 10% production bonus right now.
Island-wide.
Yes, island-wide. No, not island-wide, session-wide. So the more
Right,
of those
right,
things
yeah,
you build, I'm not gonna be super specific, but we are currently looking into getting more different types of sanctuaries built up. So basically there should be more variety. You should be able to get different kind of sanctuaries with different kind of buffs. But again, I'm not gonna be specific on that. Maybe end of the year I want to.
What is it about?
Last thing. Should we do one more production, or should we try to build up a fleet?
I think you can just build a couple of ships, and when those are building, maybe touch on the exclusive food for really, but yeah, maybe that's opening something we don't want to open right now. The exclusive food.
Yeah, let's see how the junks will fare, but
Yes.
I think that's nice. We can still build the factory though, I think. I need some wood and well,
Because you
we need
started
some-
peppers, but yeah,
See, that's
instruments are also a thing. Yeah,
right. These strings you can, like we have with Jacob's collection and hemp and something. These strings you can share with Hier0nimus music to my ears mod that he made for the contest.
which actually was the opposite. You came up with strings before I actually started that mod, so you
Yeah.
donated strings, which is almost a year ago. So to
was
bring in
pretty nice.
perspective the development.
You see, during that modding contest, like, we had super cool discussions about what we wanted to do, like, basically just as a small jam, and Hier0nimus presented me with this instrument and this instrument and this instrument, and he had, like, fine recipes, but as again, I'm a musician, so I kind of know things about instruments, and especially about guitars, and when the guitar instrument was missing strings, I was like, no, that we can't have that. You gotta
I was
have
just
strings.
using iron because iron, like
That's
yeah.
not how a guitar works.
No, but yeah, that's like simplified Anno 101.
Yeah, totally.
Input goods are like simplified.
But I had the string good already, so, well, it was kinda nice, the idea. How many hours do you spend for modding New Horizons in a week? Differs. Very different. Sometimes I do have like 20 hours because I have 3 evenings a week where I just have nothing to do. And I just open Blender and I basically just keep on and keep on and keep on going. So there's a lot of time spent at that, but also a lot of times I'm just meeting up with friends in the evening, so that's when modding is just not happening. So I have a week or sometimes even months where I don't really do a whole lot for the thing. Gotta say though, ever since people like JJE joined the project, who also do like a lot of art content, beforehand I was the one doing the art mainly, it has become kinda more fast because, well, regardless whether I'm there or not, art content is being made, stuff happens, and it's also just motivation. You're motivating another person by working yourself, because you just show, okay, I did this nice thing, and then the other person is inspired and maybe that also does more. I kinda answered a whole different question again, on top, but I think it was nice to just give that insight to you. So, we need a hospital, by the way, because
What
now
is it about?
our city might be getting... Ah! Our street food is working! See? Nigiri sushi. What they do
Please remove
is they give us extra residents, so now we can have 42 residents in that building. And as you might see, each of those stand types can give you a buff of residence, but you only get the residence buff once per stand. So if I'm building, see, this is the noodle stand over here, and if I'm doing this and I'm adding vegetable tempura, for example, I'm gonna get the buff from vegetable tempura as well, but I'm not gonna get more residents through it, because I already have a noodle stand that provides me the residents. So, demolish that. Let's just do another one. This one looks good, I think. Does it? We might have pigs over here. We don't.
You will definitely need to import some things.
You know, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
You
like
brought
we are
that
in
up
a-
on yourself.
It's not like we are in a late game stage where we can do basically just anything. We also don't have sugar. Oh my. Oh my. Well, if this would produced,
Please remove yourself.
we would get another 2 residents on top. So in total you have 4 types of stands, 4 types of residence buff. You can get 8 residents in total. But what it also does on a per recipe basis is it increases your income and gives little other buffs. This time we get 5% more income from nigiri sushi. I think from this we get 20% if it's active, if I recall correctly. Yeah. But we would need sugar for that. Tell me, do we have sugar in the new world? We do.
I remember you saying, let's make sugar for noodle stands.
Yeah, and then the stream crashed.
Right.
We're just gonna... Let's just take the sugar and pretend that never happened. By the way, how's our military aspirations looking?
The revolt left your city in ruins.
Right, maybe an interesting thing to say is with the numpad 6, you can switch to the Eastern Network,
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Your people are rioting.
Let's go. Numlock. Yeah, there we go. This is num2, this is num6. I can just switch sessions with this one. My income is in the red though. Yeah, it is. What happened? My coffee ran out.
Right.
That's it. Well,
Classic
I still
Anno.
have 3 million and we're probably not gonna stream past 11, but yeah. I think we had positive like 15k plus at the start, so you see Asia is kind of an expensive region. Money is absolutely worth it now, especially with the tier that's coming after investors. I can spoil that much. By the way, we can do all this. Should we maybe show a little glimpse of what we are working on for the Magnates right now?
Sure. Just
Okay.
tease the people.
Yeah, you're not going to be seeing much of it, but this is what development looks like. This is just an oil pier copy pasta, which was used to craft in open trade pier. And the open trade pier has a regional office over here as a module. And it also has import piers as a module. And what you can do with that is basically you can transform Magnates into production buffs. In an early version of the mod, I think there was... we just had stacking buffs based on total Magnate population, and people pointed out that this wasn't really that nice. and I agree. And I was not really happy with it, and so we just, well, spent a little time to develop another thing that I gotta say during testing, it kinda worked pretty well. So yeah, that you can expect these things to just morph into something real. Like this is gonna be looking like an Asian harbor then, and this is not gonna be looking like a normal pier, and this isn't a Zamba school anymore. But this is just the way things are when you develop a mod. Like we build an iteration and then we give it people to test, and then we build another iteration based on top of it, and slowly but surely the things just get completed. And in the end it looks like this, where you basically have a complete city.